Is it working?
Is it working? Let's try it out.
Final
Yes,
thing.
it's working.
Literally didn't change anything.
We've done it. Let's go.
Oh my god, I literally didn't change anything, and it just says working.
Okay. Sorry for that technical issue. We're back stronger than ever. Let's go. Okay. So currently we have Secret DJ Gile in first. Behind him is Ecos Jasak. Everybody in the top three has done a 14.8. Rosa Sky in third. Arbar down in P4. The 15.1. I think that's the first lap he's done. Then we have Wacky Races in fifth. TTV Real R Life in sixth. Con in seventh. Jay Prentice in... Wait, let me see. That was a lap from Don Ammo, who brings himself up to P5. No? Who was that? It was Don Ammo, wasn't it?
What was that?
I think he's going straight for another lap. Don Ammo?
Yeah. Let's go on board with TRE Jedi. Where is he?
There we go, Jamie 1S up into P4 with a 15.1. It's very close in the top three, then there's a small gap down to P4, but after P4 it's also quite close all the way down into P10.
Still the top 10 within 7 tenths. And TRE Jedi does a 14.9, bridging the gap, which is...
Yeah, now breaking the gap now. It's only... Yeah, now it's only 2 tenths between Jamie 1S and top 4, with Jedi only being about 1 tenth behind Rosa Sky.
And Matty Robo goes 9th, again put at a 15.2.
Very competitive.
Like always, this series is very competitive. Let's look at Jamie James goes provisional pole with a 14.6. Just when we thought it was close, someone starts to bridge it even more.
Yeah, that's typical commentator's curse. But now it is only 2 people who have not done laps, and to be fair, this circuit is not easy to get very, very good to nail completely. Often you can see small, yeah, what would you call them? Yeah, you invalidate your laps, and multiple times you can do that twice or even 3 times during a quali session.
Let's go on board with Spudhead, who has invalidated his first few laps. Does it again. It's probably a commentator's curse, but yep. Okay, we'll jump to Con, who's half a second up. This will put him about Rosa and Jedi pace. And
yeah. Oh, super unlucky there.
Who's next?
66. Yellow icon 66.
Literally everyone's invalidating.
Yeah.
Who hasn't invalidated? Where's Rosa? Is he on an outlap?
I think
he's on an outlap,
yeah,
but everyone else is invalidated.
Arbar's on a lap. He has not invalidated as of yet.
As of yet.
Knock on wood, as you say. He continues through the middle of Sector 2 now, downhill, into one of many tricky corners on Imola, as I've already mentioned. You didn't hear it? Oh, he goes a little wide.
He doesn't invalidate.
He doesn't invalidate, but
and
that does
slower.
injure him. Yeah. But he does get that turn pretty nicely, actually. He might have still gained some time. Let's see now, when he crosses the line, I think he might just get a little time.
Who's that spun? Is it...
Ah, unlucky.
Is that just an Alpha being slow? Did he spin?
But the real Arlive has not. P11 Can he
Yeah, but
improve? No,
he's
it
spun.
does not look like it.
I don't know if he's spun. I think he's spun to slow down. Oh, Rosa invalidated. What about
Electric Blade starting his lap. Now it's the prime time to get on an out lap if you're not out of the pits
we
right
might
now.
have, and there you go.
Yep.
Spud doesn't have any tyres or enough time to. Okay, so
Yep.
who is doing a lap that we can spectate?
Electric Blade currently on a lap. I think he's the first one who's
He's not using the RS,
invalidated. Yeah, well that is interesting.
which means he's doing a slow lap.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at Wacky Races. Why not?
I think it's actually Rosa's Sky we're going to be looking at first because he is ahead and he's not invalidated.
Ooh.
Purple sector 2.
And
This
he
could be a
validates.
really... Oh, unlucky.
Let's
Sadly.
go back to Wacky Races.
Yep.
He's a bit low on the RS though. Don't know if he'll
You
make it to the end. I think he'll
You
just
set
make
faster
it.
sector 2 though.
I know him looking after this. The man's currently sitting in P2's going quicker. But
Now.
he's validated.
Wacky Races up to the line. It's going to be... Ooh, that is pole. 14.4. Massive lap from him. Jamie James is also on a lap, and he's 1/10 down on his time. Up on his time, sorry. 1/10 up on his time.
And
he invalidates. Oh. Surely that means Wacky Races got pole. But
let's look at
another...
Jedi. Everyone's invalidated.
Yeah, except for he's got a small improvement here.
Con goes P2, 2 thousandths behind.
It's getting
Jedi
super close.
Makes it P4.
Yeah.
Who else on
With
that?
solid
Jason,
improvement actually.
Not improving. Jamie. Invalidated.
Electric Blade coming up to the line, and it's going to be P8 for Electric Blade. 15 flat.
And
First,
that's it. People either not improving or invalidated.
A bit interesting to see Jamie 1S being in P9 currently. He's usually up by the top 3. A very dominant driver in
do you
EU2.
Go through the results when they come up, and then I'll go through the standings.
I can do that. But both top 2s in the 4s, only 2 thousandths between them. I think this is going to be a very good race, even though it's wet. And it doesn't look like we've got any disconnections. Now, let's run through the order. In first, Wacky Races with a 14.4. Only 2 thousandths behind him is LOI Connell. Right behind him is Jamie James. TRE Jedi in P4. Secret DJ Gille in 5th. JSAC in 6th. Rosa Sky in 7th. Electric Blade in 8th. Jamie 1S in 9th. Arbar in 10th. Don Ammo in 11th. Matty Robbo in P12. Real R Life in 13th. Jay Prentice in 14th. Kelster Swag in 15th. Spudhead in 16th. Racer in P17. Both of them not completing any times.
Okay, I'll go through the standings. First on 307 is Jamie. Arba in second on 145. Rosa in third on 118. Dan Robo on 101.5 is your top 5. And as you may see, we have some rain to start off.
Yeah, it's gonna be a light little drizzle from the start. We don't know exactly when it's gonna stop, but it is gonna stop throughout the race. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting with the strategy, what people are gonna do. If they're going on a medium, I reckon they will, or maybe even a soft. That could also be a good option.
And someone has pressed X early as the race is just about to start, which is not very helpful.
Do you mind if I do 5 lights?
Yes. You can.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, we're going to start in this brilliant qualifying. We're going to start it off after that with a little formation lap. Of course, we have wacky races in first. Let's see what tyres people have gone for.
Surprisingly, they're all on the inters.
Oh, yes. Sorry. That is... that's an automatic... that's an automatic line, sorry. Of course, correct. Yeah, but Spud and Race are not completing any laps. Do you think that might mean that they will get penalties in the race? Because, of course, invalidating and warnings and all that goes hand in hand.
Yeah. I think we'll see maybe less penalties because it's in the wet, because people tend to be a bit more safe in the wet. So I don't think we'll see many as in the wet, but when it mixes, I do think we'll see some penalties. Racer just a bit behind.
It's going to cool down the top runners.
Yeah. Well, probably up just before the end, but yeah.
So we see it right now. They predicting a 0 stop. I'm predicting it's definitely going to be a stop.
But will they stop before the dries? I doubt
that's going to be interesting. Yeah, no.
Long pit lane, very short track.
Yeah.
Like, push your half a lap down.
But you know, on the... But I'm just going to cut my line short there because we're going to go to 5 red lights here. Starting off in pole with wacky races. Right behind him is Con. What can Con do? One red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 lights. And we're off, and it's lights out, and away we go. Wacky races in first. But Connell gets a brilliant start. Wacky races a little bit behind. TRE Jedi now in P2. Jamie James also gets past Wacky races. Secret DJ Gillett up into 5th. LOI Con in the lead already by a second. Jedi right behind him, and it's a yellow flag. It's Electric Blade. He's gone across the gravel.
Con's already got a quite big of a gap.
Yeah, and Jamie James quick up into P2 as well.
Sliding.
DJ Gill as well, now in P3. Very well done. Rosa Sky in P... Is that P5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wacky Races losing 3 positions off the start. That's a bit interesting. And Spud and Race are both gaining 4 positions right off the start. As we have another. That's Don Ammo.
Does he have damage? Don't think so.
That's unlucky. That's a great place to spin.
Using TAS, Jedi has quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Don Ammo does have
damage. And
Yeah.
Jedi does pit.
I'm gonna be. I'm thinking they both are going into the pits. Very interesting start. Connell, very, very quick off the start. I think maybe Wacky Races just lacked a little bit behind. Didn't look at the lights just intensely enough as you do on the red lights. And Spudhead is out. No surprise. It's a virtual safety car. Unlucky Spudhead. Also a very, very...
Lost his rear.
Yeah. Also a very good place to if you want to spin your car. That's a good place to do it.
Helped Jedi a bit because everyone else had to slow down a bit while he was in the pit lane, so...
Yeah, just a little bit.
How many of these people are running a wet setup or a partially wet setup?
I'm thinking Con's definitely running the highest wings, the highest downforce. Yeah, he has the most downforce out of everyone. He's running away with it. He's already 2 seconds in front of Jamie James. DJ Giller also running, I think maybe quite low wings as well.
He's gained 2 places though.
Yeah, he gained a place on his teammate, and I think that must have been Rosa Sky, who he also gained a place on. No, I think it must have been. Who could it be? He started in P5.
Who started in P5?
Yeah, DJ Giller.
Yeah.
And now safety VSC's out and away Connell goes. He's been a bit unlucky when it happened. Jamie James catching up. DJ Giller just out of the second behind Jamie James. The pole sitter struggling a little bit in that wet Rosa Sky now,
Probably
very close to him.
Has got a dry setup, but Racer started last and is in P10. Yes, 3 people have made mistakes, 4 people have made mistakes behind him, but he still made 3 overtakes. So, is that all skill, or is it a bit of luck? There's definitely some skill in there.
There's definitely some skill in there. And there is also luck, but you don't just gain 7 places off the start.
And here is something you don't see every day. The person in the most pressure right now, surprisingly, I'd say is Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
He's got
leader
the
of the championship.
He's got double the points of anybody. And the person directly behind him in the standings is right behind him. There you go, Racer, setting the fastest lap. I say he's got a wet setup.
It's looking like Dynamo didn't go into the pits.
He's got slight wing damage.
Yeah, 8% on his front right. Yeah, right front wing. And Jedi setting the fastest lap of the race. Got a pretty nice gap in front of him. Plenty of clean air. There's a huge train forming behind. Now, is that Jamie or is that J-Sack?
I would say it's Jamie, but I feel like some of these gaps are actually stretching now. So I would only say that there's a train behind Real Wildlife at the moment.
Yeah, but the train's getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Every lap. And Con grabs that fastest lap straight back. If he can get a good enough gap on this wet tyre, and he's got a wet setup on, do you think Jamie James maybe be able to catch him?
Yes, because we saw how easily someone could DNF, and later on that could easily be a safety car. But even if that's not the case, all it takes is 1 lap to go early or late if it goes dry, and that is a long time loss. You
Yeah.
might want to go early because of the long time in the pit lane. Because if it's getting a bit heavier, you can sit in the pit lane for all that time. So,
Yeah, yeah, but
yeah,
then again, if you go early, you have a
chance of going too
you
early.
yeah, you might go too early and then you can have really bad traction, lose a lot
Yeah,
of
you
time.
say bad traction, but what's worse than being on intermediates in the dry around this
Yeah,
track? Which
I
we've
don't
seen
really
people
know.
make mistakes and the highest grip points. Oh, Kelster
Kelster
spins,
has spun.
which
Looks
is a
like he
very
hasn't got
easy
any.
place to spin.
It doesn't look like he's got any damage from that spin.
Nope, I think he just spun it, lost the rear end.
Yeah, now he is
There's
7
a
seconds
big
behind.
gap forming between the two Mercedes.
Yeah, that's a bit
20
interesting.
seconds.
Yeah, once again, just showing you his setup is just not made for this weather. The gaps are quite stable, but with the only exception being Jamie James, who's gaining on Con. But now AccuRace is picking up the pace a little bit. He's just set the fastest sector. What's that? Fastest sector 1. Looks like it.
Let's go on board with Matty Robo. Pretty close behind Racer. Probably near impossible to overtake him, but he would definitely like to overtake him.
It's very, very difficult to overtake here. You've got to find the right spots and do it perfectly.
No, you have to force him into a mistake.
Yeah, that's especially in the wet.
Is that Jamie? He spun it over
Oh, it is Jamie.
the chicane. He's
Jamie's now
down to P12.
down to P12 behind his
Ooh.
teammate. DJ Gill is setting the fastest lap of the race. He is right off the neck of Jamie James.
Jamie was P6 before that.
Oh, he lost it out massively there.
Massively. Let's go on board, Matty. Oh, he might actually make it. Nope. No. He got within 2 tenths. That's not close enough. But something that is close. Battle for P2.
Yeah, the battle for P2 is really, really getting close. DJ Gila now 3 tenths behind Jamie James.
Definitely has the pace.
Yeah, and is showing it as well. A reserve for today.
But is that few tenths quick enough to overtake? No.
You never know. You never know. We might see a very brave lunch up the inside.
I just don't see anyone getting close enough to overtake.
Yeah, and of course in the wet, the DRS, the DRS of course not activated, and the ERS you can pretty much use every little single bit of it without losing too much of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no. Little look on the inside of Jamie James, but decides to stick to his position. Probably the best option for him to do at the moment. It does look like he has to pace on Jamie James. If he gets past him, he might be able to extend the gap a little bit.
I know how we said that Con must be on the wet setup, but these two must be as well. They've pulled another second to Wacky Races, and they've not dropped back from Con.
Yeah,
So
and the interesting thing...
Yeah, you go.
The interesting thing behind that is, behind Wacky Races, Rosa Sky isn't really catching him. Nobody's really catching the top 4 at all. As we see the second penalty of today, TTV, Real, our life.
Alfa Romeo.
Both Alfa Romeos. But yeah, it's looking like maybe DJ Gula has a little bit more of lower wings.
Oh, who's that? It's Wacky Racers.
Wacky
He's got no front
Racers has
wing.
gone round. Oh no! He's got he's right next to the pit lane, so
Will he get a penalty?
no.
He's lucky to not get a penalty because this game might just give you a 10-second penalty for that.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate because he was in such a good position.
Yeah, Wacky races into the pits, he's going to get everything changed.
Jamie James closing on Con. Don't know if it was a mistake, but it's only 1.3. But look at that gap, 7.6 from the Mercedes to the Red Bull.
Yeah, amazing pace.
There's a gap to Arbor as well, so I think the top three either are just in a league of their own, or there is some setup choice.
Yeah, that this track's probably just perfect for them after they found out.
Kelster.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah,
it is. Now Don Ammo and Thierry Jedi getting right
I think he
past
just
him.
spun. But he's got Don Ammo and Jedi right behind him.
Yeah, Don Ammo still with that front wing damage. He's sticking out. He's gonna wait for the round of pit stops. Gotta respect that.
There you go, Jamie James just reaching that second mark. Normally that would give you the DRS, but as you can see, it is still raining, which means no DRS will be given.
Yeah, of course.
I'm surprised we haven't seen some team play at McLaren yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks
maybe Jamie just doesn't have the pace.
But it's looking like he is quite close to Jay Prentice, but of course it's a massive train behind Racer, or a 4-car train. Racer being the leading car of that train. Matty Rubber right behind him. He's been behind him for a very long time. Just off the start, Racers now have gained 9 positions after a few mistakes here and there from
pitted to fix his wing damage.
Yeah, understandable. Looked to be a bit uncomfortable for him.
So we've seen these drivers from 8th to 12th in like their sort of battles, but nobody seems to get close. Now that Jamie James has gone within that gap close down to Con, do you think we'll see a dive and maybe an overtake for the lead?
From Jamie James on Con?
Yeah, he's closed that gapping
know.
bit by bit, pulling from DJ Gill. So
I don't know. DJ Gill could probably still make the gap back up. So,
as he loses it a bit,
but he stays on it.
I think James is looking the quickest and most confident at this point.
Yeah, Jamie was also very, very confident yesterday. He was unlucky not to get the win. But yeah. So tyre currently is looking like Con's got the worst out of everyone. He's been using all of his tyres. No, that's not true. Him and Jamie James are pretty equal. Actually, Jamie James has a little bit worse tyres than him. Now using a little bit more of them, catching up to Connell. But DJ Gill keeping it nice, and
you see some action at McLaren.
Jamie Warnes now going past
finally a swap.
His teammate. Do you reckon that was a swap, or was it just out of pure pace? Now Matty Robber closer than ever on Racer. Can he get this move done?
Just not close enough.
Just not close enough.
He needs to be within like 4 attempts at the beginning of the straight to even have a chance.
Yeah, he needs to be right behind him, right top his gearbox. As Racer gets his first penalty, 3-second time penalty. Joining Real and Arba and Donamo.
Let's go on board with Jedi. He seems going a bit wide. Don't know if he backed out anything.
Yeah, they're getting very close. Oh, can he go for it? No. Stays behind, Kelsa Swag.
Donamo needs to watch out. He's not too far away from being lapped. Probably only 5 seconds away.
There's
So
not
either
much
needs
you
a
can do
safety
about it,
car,
really.
or he really needs it to have some issues at the front.
Yeah, but who might crash out?
Well, we
I have no idea.
Well, we hope no one crashes, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's fumble with Matty. He's still close, but he just doesn't want to make the move. See, Jamie's made the move on Joe Prentice. I don't see a change in the gap.
I think Kelsa Swag is going for the overtake here on Thierry Jedi. Pulling up alongside him. Can he get this move done on the outside? Oh, that's a good move from Kelsa Swag on Jedi.
Wide.
And Jedi goes wide, but he gets it straight back. Oh, that might have been an illegal overtake.
We didn't get the beginning of that, but we definitely got the end.
And DJ Gila sets the fastest lap of the race.
Those three definitely together.
Yeah. For the rest of the race, in my if
Dynamo goes off.
Yeah, Dynamo's off.
And he's lapped.
He's got wing damage.
Now he's going to go around with his wing damage, probably pit, and he's more than likely going to be lapped by most of the grid.
Yeah, sadly, that's the sad truth behind Imola. You can't really afford a pit stop when you've already done one.
Well, I said that Jamie doesn't have the pace, but suddenly he's got the pace and he's knocked a second down and he's pushed a second from Prentice, so it's like so basically I say Jamie's slow, he goes quicker. Come on, Matty.
Yeah.
You got this. Make
the commentator's
move.
curse, but the good way.
Come on.
Come on.
And there you go, Racer makes a mistake. Is he actually going to send it?
Oh, Matty Robbo is. Oh, Racer places
you can't overtake there.
Nah.
Jamie gets... Matty might make a move.
There's a few people close to getting penalties here.
Does he do it?
Oh,
Tries
he's
to
all
go around
over
the
him.
outside.
He's all over him. Maybe we can see a move up here. Oh, it's looking likely.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe. We might be looking more behind Matty, but...
Oh, Jamie is very close. Is he going to go for it? Can he go for it?
No.
Oh, he's going for it.
No, you just can't.
No.
It's hard to make the move when you're side by side. You can't.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Jamie James picks a penalty.
Oh,
that's huge.
That's massive.
And
he didn't even get any. Oh, DJ Gillen now getting very close. Oh, his top three is getting very exciting. Connor's gone away. He's already driven away after a few laps close to Jamie James. But could we see something here? I'm hoping that the gap doesn't stay at 5/10, goes down already here. They're both going to use ERS. Can DJ Gillett get close to him? Oh, this is going to be close. No, it's just too far away. The DRS is not there, and it's definitely needed.
See, I would say like Matty's under pressure from JB, but he's got the slipstream from the Alpine, so I don't think there's an issue for him.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you're in the train, especially in the wet, it's really, really hard to overtake anyone in front of you. As soon as you are in that train and you caught back up to that train, it's so hard.
And Jamie loses a bit of time again.
He's really struggling with his tyres. And the grime weather we're having on DJ Gillett gets his 3-second time penalty. Now Connell might be able just to run away with it.
Ooh, another penalty further down. That's put Jasak in an even better spot. Cause that's now 6 seconds for Arba. But at the front,
yeah, he was close to that.
Con is on 2 warnings.
You could definitely see him getting a penalty still. But let's hope for the best for everyone, and let's hope that people don't get any more penalties, even though it does make it just a little bit exciting. As I say, that racer gets his... Is that
9 seconds?
Yeah, that's his... Wait,
Third
how does that work?
penalty.
3 warnings in 9 seconds.
I don't know.
He might have got some for corner cutting.
He might have done one just normal cut and then count the 3 seconds.
No, because that would be 8, wouldn't it?
No, because sometimes you just get like a 30-second penalty for like a corner cut. Like if you go over, like if you cut a corner and you gain like a second, you just get given like
a
3
second for corner cut.
You get like a 3, a 5, or a 10, or a disqualification.
Ah, and Jasak gets a penalty as well.
He's safe, isn't he?
But
Carhead's got
he's
another
pretty
3.
safe.
But if there's a safety car, then this puts Rosa, Con, Matty, Jay Prentice all in a good spot. And then if Jedi kills and wacky races, just get brought back into this race, it can also do them a lot of good. As Dynamo also gets 9 seconds.
DJ Gillett's past Jamie James! Oh my! I did not see that coming. That must have been a massive dive bomb. Jamie James is going to get back at him though.
I was looking at tests, but I was on board with him, so okay. Well, all of you in chat saw it, but I didn't.
But DJ Gillett now past Jamie James. He's up into P2. We said that before. You have to force your way through. There's no way you can overtake without forcing a little bit. And that's just the sad reality of Imola. Now he's going to extend the gap a little bit on Jamie James. He's had massive pace the whole race. Can he get up to LOI Con and see if he can test Con in the lead? A massive dive bomb. I don't think Jamie was expecting that at all. A little touch here and there. I don't really saw it, but Jay Prentice picks up
an overtake. Why would you expect an overtake? Yeah, we've already passed half race distance, so we might see it starting to get a bit drier.
Yeah, it's looking like it's still pretty heavy rain, but pretty. It's always been light rain, but the rain is still there. We can definitely see it.
And Racer picks up another penalty. Well, he's pulling away from Matty, so he's penalty and he cuts again.
Now, instantly we can see DJ Gillett. He is making the gap bigger. He's got the fastest lap of the race.
That's half a second quicker than what Arbar just did. Does that mean it's drying out?
Maybe.
These tyres are wet. They must be worn now. Well, not warm, but they must be wearing out. But
oh yeah, they definitely are. They definitely are. Jamie James is a quarter of the way with his tyres. But I think it's pretty interesting seeing DJ Gillett now fighting his way up to Connell. He's already dropped him by, I think that is 6/10. Jamie losing out behind him. Now a second between the two. He's going to save some ERS. DJ Gila, he's also going to save some ERS, but he's just not got enough of it at this moment. Rosasky chilling out, three seconds behind him and 10 seconds away from the leaders. He's not got any penalties. If there's a safety car, that might be coming into play.
Yeah, he definitely would love to be on the podium again, especially if the top three are massively ahead. 10 seconds in 19 laps. Because even though, like, that sounds a lot, Arbol was only half a second off Gil and third and second, so it's like they do have pace, it's just they don't have the consistency that the top three have.
Yeah, that is definitely the truth. Now DJ Gila is not even a second behind Con. He's inside the 1 second. He has been using ERS, but he is definitely getting closer.
Looking at the penalties, for Matty's sake, I hope that there's a safety car, because that would... Oh, Con goes a bit wide and loses it a bit. Matty would love a safety car because he might even be looking at P5.
Well, if there's a safety car now, do you think people might be going into the pits? Because it does look like it is getting lighter.
Depends what Jeff says. Even though he doesn't tell the truth, it depends what Jeff says. Reese picks up another penalty. It's 15 seconds. Oh,
yeah.
That's
Donamo, or is it our life?
It's Donamo. And
Con gets his 3 second.
It's all equal.
It's all equal. Now there's only, is that 4 drivers left in the race without any penalties? And they're pretty much all on 2 warnings except for Thierry Jedi and Wacky Racers. We've only gotten 1. This is definitely getting interesting. It's getting intense. Donamo picks up another 3 second time penalty.
I can see him retiring soon. Or maybe he's getting disqualified.
I mean, you never know.
Oh, who's pitting? Racer.
Oh, Racer. Racer's in the pits. He's going to retire from the session. I mean, you can never say never with Formula 1 racing.
But when you've got 15 seconds worth of penalties and you don't see them getting removed, then yeah.
You never know. Anything could happen. And it is just nice to see people staying in the race even though they don't really have anything to fight for. I'm going to cough.
Well, that gives Matty a lot more space to push forward, hopefully, and get within those penalty ranges, because at the moment, having no penalties would do him no good.
Oh my god. Look at Con and DJ Gila. Look at how close they are. Can DJ Gila gain enough time to get the move done? Nah, I don't think so. It's not looking likely. But he's definitely getting very close to Connell. He could be in the lead of this race in a mere few laps.
It's annoying because there's 3 other battles, but I can't swap from this one because this is by far the most important one.
Yeah, there's Electric Blade and Jamie and Jay Prentice down in P11 and 10.
Oh, and that's Donamo again.
Donamo looks to be completely out of the race. Pretty much. He's not caught up to Racer yet, who's already retired in the pits.
I think one more mistake and he's going to get lapped again.
But we're going to see DJ Gillen now and LOI Con going at it. Do you think DJ Gillen is going to go for the same move he did on Jamie James? Getting the nice exit out of this corner.
I think he'll go for it. But I think Con may far better. Yeah, I think he'll do better because, again, Con has been leading this race since the beginning.
And Dynamo pulls into the pits and retires.
It's getting close though. Does he go for it?
Nah, he's too far away.
Got
And he needs to
0.23.
Yeah, and he does have to save some EOS. But it looks like Jamie James is completely out of the battle for P1. DJ Gila and LOI Con completely just drove off. Completely. But
I know
Jamie
it's
has...
not for me
Jamie
to
hasn't
say,
been using his EOS, sorry.
Down at the back, Kelster and Wacky Racers. If I was Kelster, I would let Wacky Racers go through and follow him, because he has got the pace. As we know, he qualified on pole. I would just follow him, because if you don't ramp up that pace, you may be getting lapped.
But the thing is, in a battle like this, it's pretty much for nothing. But it does create some fun for Kelster Swag. It does give him some enjoyment in the race, being able to defend, or it may be even going for a move somewhere on the track. But I can't see him just letting Wacky Races past just like that. Even though that would fit Wacky Races and might even fit Kelster Swag as well.
Either way, I don't know if it's even going to dry out enough for it to go to dries, because it's 8 laps to the end, 30-second pit stop. Will it even
be worth it?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
It's only a, 70-80 second lap time. What's the fastest lap? 23. If it goes to dries, you drop it by 6 seconds. You probably need 4 laps, I'd say, it being dry to actually gain.
I should say that it stopped raining. It has stopped raining. There's no more rain at all. And I think the DRS is going to get activated any minute now.
I think
Rosner Sky picks up a 3-second time penalty.
I think lap 25's when you should pit. I say next lap.
I'm going to see what Connell and DJ Gila does. They're both going to stay out, respectively. And DJ Gilla's going to use all of his ERS. But he might have a better chance at overtaking Con in the dry. If he can keep this pace up, I think he will have a very good chance of winning this race. Oh! Oh no! Oh no, they collide! And Jamie James goes into the lead.
Oh, I missed it. No.
LOI Con and DJ Gillett, they collide. And Jamie James picks up the scraps and sends himself into the lead by 1.5 seconds. Did anyone get any damage?
I think...
Oh, it looks
yes,
like DJ Gillett's got damage. He's lost his right end plate. 25. I think maybe it doesn't matter that much because he's going to pit on this lap. Even he's still going to pit on this lap. But that's definitely cost him the win. And he gets another 3-second time penalty. Now only 3 people are without any penalties. That's Matty Robbo, Thierry Jedi and Wacky Races. Kelster Swag now back past him.
Is it time for tries? It might be.
It's looking like dry tyres.
I would even say it's worth putting on some softs.
That's definitely soft tyres coming on for Secret DJ Gille. And a new front wing. Rosa Sky going past him, R-Bar next. Now J-Sack's also going to come through. But he's going to go down behind Matty.
J-Sack pits as well.
Yeah, J-Sack's in to the pits as well for a fresh set of soft tyres.
He's going for the gamble.
Back past DJ Gille. Matty Robbo, Jamie 1S also past DJ Gille. It's definitely looking dry enough.
If you're Rosa or real R Live and R Bar do pit.
If you are...
Like 3, 4 and 5 at the point do you pit?
I don't know. I do not know.
It's dry, definitely.
It's
dry.
8 laps to go. That's a lot of laps. It looks
I think
dry.
DRS any second now.
You never know with this game though.
Kelster and Wacky Races are side by side, and there's contact.
Oh, Wacky Races. He's been looking. He looked like a very, very strong pace guy today. Just didn't get the luck he deserved.
And there is DRS enabled, and the
DRS
front two
enabled.
have gone past.
The front two has already gone.
And he picks up another
gets
penalty.
another penalty.
And Rosa and R-Bar pit.
Rosa and Arbar pits. He's going to go past him, I believe.
See, even though it's amazing for Rosa to be first one in, apart from the other two that did.
Everyone pits.
Where's
DJ Gillis back up into third place.
Is it third?
It is third.
Yep.
It's back up into third place.
Can he make it more? He has got 9 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, but he's on the better tyre. And he is gaining. He definitely is gaining. And he's gaining almost by the second.
Gap to lead at 37 seconds. It's going to be close.
He's already set the fastest sector 1 by a second and a half. Now sector 2, this is going to be interesting because this is very, very slow in the wet. It's a little jiggy there. Both of them are into the pits. Oh, is he going to make it?
I think that was
I don't know.
Jay Prentice going slow.
Is he going to make it? He sets the fastest sector 2 by 2 seconds.
I think he might split them.
I think he might make it. No, he won't. He won't. He won't. They're going to go out now. But he's definitely getting close. That's the fastest lap of the race.
And Matthew picks up a penalty. Wow.
Rosa Sky only 3 seconds behind him. Almost 4. But DJ Gila has 9 seconds. And Rosa Sky has only 3. And he's only got 3 warnings as well. This might be... If Rosa Sky can't pick up the pace, DJ Gila might keep it, but it's looking like Rosa is faster in the dry than he was in the wet. DJ Gila is still setting fastest sectors. As we see, it is getting drier and drier and drier. Oh, maybe a little too fast there.
I don't know who to look at because nobody's in DRS.
Yeah, and the gaps are quite stable at the moment with 1 second in between people.
I have
Hello,
a
Icon.
feeling that Jamie is going to push in, maybe battle for Matty, but that's... I'll keep a look at the top 2.
DJ Gillis sets a new fastest lap, and Rosa Sky right after sets another fastest lap. He is picking up the pace. He's right behind DJ Gillis now. J-Sack setting the fastest lap of the race. It's all getting very close now.
Jamie doesn't have the pace.
3.5 laps to go. 2.5 laps to go. Electric Blade
has the pace.
first time outside the 7, inside the 16s. Thierry Jedi, another one. Connell gets another 3-second time penalty. He's up to 6 seconds.
If
it's
we had
looking
a
like
safety car early on, or a bit of that now, and then all these quicker guys at the back is managing to push through.
It is insane, this race. It keeps on bringing. Jamie James is in with 5 warnings. He needs to be very careful here if he wants to keep... Oh, actually, he doesn't really. There's 2 laps to go. and that's a 1.3 second gap between him and Connell.
I think
DJ
we'll see
Gillis.
an overtake. Jason
Yeah, DJ Gillis
opens
really.
the DRS flap for the first time this race. And
He's
it's
the
an
first.
easy overtake.
Yeah, he's the first one in the DRS of this race. I
And
thought
he's
the
already
switch
broken
would come much
DRS.
earlier.
He's
Yeah,
already broken the... Oh, my, DRS is too powerful here.
it is incredible.
How many people are in the 16s now? Oh,
I think
15s.
it's actually all people, everyone,
Apart from
except for
Kelster.
Kelster Swag.
Ooh, I just spotted something.
Now the sun's
two,
out.
The top two may have to think about traffic.
It's not too big. Cars ghost on the F1 2020.
It does give you DRS.
It does give you DRS as well. But this
Could
is
that-
the penultimate lap.
Or they
So
go
I don't
side
know
by
if we'll see-
side. Wacky races ahead.
K-Sag with the fastest lap, 15.8. Fastest we've seen in the race today, of course. Oh, Con goes wide. Extending that gap to Jamie James. DJ Gillis gaining.
Every time someone makes a move with DRS, they break the DRS instantly because it gives you so much speed.
It's insane.
I feel like you can overtake from like 8/10ths back with DRS here.
DJ Gillis needs to break 2 seconds on Rosa if he wants to keep that podium spot.
And there'll be blue flags for Kelster,
Yeah.
but not Wacky races.
He's too far ahead.
I don't think we'll get any DRS for the final lap. So, apart from Kelster, who will get the DRS off Jamie James. So there you go. Bit of DRS. Will he go for fastest? Oh, is that...
Yellow
anyone?
flag out might be a glitch.
Yeah.
I don't see anything down there.
Matty Robo getting close.
Oh.
What's the penalties? Is there any... Oh, there is.
Oh, whoa, whoa, ho, ho, ho. DJ Gillis almost losing it into turn 2. He's going to have to pull out something amazing if he wants to keep that podium.
Was it? He needs just over a second on this one.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds.
And Rosser doesn't want to give it to him because
Nope.
it's a podium on the line.
Rosa's going to keep this. There's another yellow flag. I think maybe Jedi is running out of fuel. Yes, he is.
So's Arbar.
So's Arbar. Oh my God.
And Jamie James wins.
And Jamie James
P2.
has won this race. LO Icon P2, DJ Gillis going to come home in P3, but that's going to change because here comes Rosa Sky, who's going to pick it up on penalties, 1 second between them. J-Sack now coming across the line. He's going to come in at a P5 behind him.
Very good.
Yeah, very
Very
good race for J-Sack. Real R-Life as well, pretty alright from him.
Very
7
good.
places gained. P6.
P6, which is taken by Matty Robo. Jamie only P8. Didn't think I'd be saying that today.
Jay Prentice in P10.
I did say
Arbar.
it before the stream that I didn't think Jamie would win, but I didn't think it would be because he just didn't have the pace.
Yeah. And there we saw Arbar just cruising across the line without
And
any fuel.
Jedi... Is Jedi going to get beaten by Wacky Racers?
He's still hitting those racing lines absolutely perfectly though. Respect to that. coming home in P12,
P11 for Wacky Races.
P11 for Wacky Races.
Oh, it's because Arbar picked up a lot of penalties on that final lap.
Yeah, 26 seconds he
Matthew
finished
Robo
with.
picks up driver of the day. Do I agree with that? I don't know. I think you'd have to give it to... I don't know.
It's between him and Real R Life. It's between him and Real R Life.
Rosser
They
started
both
P7 in that race.
Oh, wow, okay.
I would just like to
Yeah.
say that Matty started just ahead of Real R Life and they finished next to each other again. So I'd say it's Jamie James, Rosa, Matty and Real R Life. All of them did a very good race. JSAC picks up the fastest lap point. So
Yeah.
I'll run us down. We have Jamie James picking up the win, then Con in P2, Rosa in P3, Secret DJ, Jill in Gil. I can't say that. In P4, JSAC P5, Matthew Robo P6, Real R Life in P7, Jamie 1S in P8, Electric Blade in P9 after having that incident on the first lap. Very good recovery. And Jay Prentice in P10. Outside of the top 10, we have Wacky Races after being a lap down. Very good for him. And then we have
Theory Jedi.
Theory Jedi,
And Wacky Races.
Arbar, and Kelster all out the points with Donamo, Racer, and Spudhead not finishing.
That was an incredible race. I'm going to invite these guys to the party. That was Matty Robbo, Rosa Sky.
No, it was Rosa,
Hey,
Con,
Rosa,
and Jamie James.
Rosa Con and Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie James in the Haas, Con in the Ferrari, and Rosa Sky in the Red Bull. We literally had Haas, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, Williams. Ferrari again, getting the big points. How does it do for constructors? You'd presume P2, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Both their drives have been amazing. But no, they're P3 behind Alfa Romeo. Forgot because you had the two reserves doing it for quite a while, didn't they?
Who was the last one?
Jamie James, Con and Rosa.
Yeah.
On board, just looking at the Haas of Nikita Mazepin.
There you go. Yeah, that has having the joy of being driven by Mick Schumacher and yeah.
Yep.
And that's yeah. Haas might be a good contender next season, not for anything big, but yeah. Hello, Rosa. We're just gonna wait for the other two guys. I don't know if they'll be joining, but let's see.
No idea. No worries.
All right.
You guys well?
Yeah, that was a brilliant race to watch.
Was there a lot on, was there?
I mean, there wasn't a lot of overtakes, but there was definitely some drama. Gotta say.
I was just gonna say, imagine putting on a dry setup for 5 laps.
Yeah, you'd be thinking that. I don't know how the screen looked for you, but it didn't look for us in the menu that it was going to be raining for a long time. That was pretty much the whole race that it was raining.
I was expecting 10 laps of dry run and it was only 5.
Yeah.
And everyone was already outside of DRS, so it didn't really change much.
I think actually we looked at the map, you know, on your little computer thing, and it said raining the whole race. So
Really?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, mine did. Classic Jeff, and
Welcome in, Jamie. I'm just going to invite Con again. There you go. Oh. It's looking like that's not possible.
Should I start with Rosa?
Yeah.
It was a very weird race for you, Rosa, wasn't it? Because you just had like a massive gap the entire race, didn't you?
yeah, it was. I thought it was just like a lap one, just because I took my time and I was where I was, and yeah, I was taking my time. I think I can't remember his name, Waka Racer.
Yeah.
Wacky Racer, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. He was in front of me. He was just getting like slightly further away, so I sort of accepted that, and then had Jamie behind me, which I was like, okay, he's rapid. This is gonna be a bit of fun. And then he spun out, so it was lonely, so it was hard to maintain that consistency, I guess. Because I was more interested in R-bar behind than them three in front. Because yeah, they were just so quick throughout that whole race.
Were you like,
good
what
job to them.
was your reaction when you saw Arbar drop him back because he ran out of fuel?
Who ran out of fuel? Sorry,
Arbar.
R-bar.
Yeah, he finished P12.
Well, I'm surprised.
Finished P12.
Oh, no way. R-bar, man. I actually got a message from Jeff saying he had fuel management going on. So I was like, okay. But yeah, no, I didn't even know he ran out of fuel, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's probably the worst thing in the world, I guess, when you've survived the wet weather for a whole race, and then that last lap in the dry, you just cruising. So I do feel for him 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unlucky because he could have got solid points as well.
Let's face it, you don't really, because you got points.
Yeah.
So was it like you saw it was dry in the qualifying, wet in the race? Were you just like, okay, wet setup, or was it like, do you go a bit dry or?
For me, I just went. It was more of a hybrid sort of setup, so it wasn't one where it was like fully focused on the wet. It was I just upped my rear just to make it a bit more stable.
Yeah.
Which it did, but again, I was losing time, so I was like to the front guys. So I was like, I played it safe, so I'm happy with that. But
you say you were losing time to the guys in front, but you were still pulling away from a bunch of the guys behind.
Yeah, I'm seeing the negative side. I apologise. Class half full.
You did well.
Half full moment now. So yeah, I had the speed, so I was happy with that. Yeah. No.
Well done on the
that.
P3.
No,
Good
thank
luck
you.
next week.
Alright, LOI Con, congratulations on the P2. Today could possibly have been a win, but a lot of things came into play, and yeah, how was that situation with DJ Giller after I think that was just after turn 2?
Tires are going off. I could kind of feel it a bit. I was running a full dry setup. Didn't really bother with a wet. Just was kind of like, I'll wing it, you know. Lost the rear a bit, and obviously he's very quick into the corner. I don't know what he was doing, but he went up the inside of me and just stuck a wheel, and he spun me. Don't know what I was doing. Well, I'll tell you what he was doing. No, to be fair, he did let me straight back through, but in that process, I did lose 2.4 seconds to James. For the whole race, I seemed quicker than him, so I was pretty annoyed, to be honest. On the soft stint there, he was a bit quicker than me, but I thought I'd be closer, so I went lower wing, and I wasn't as quick in the corners. So but I ended up getting under 3 seconds, so it was just kind of pushing, not really giving a shit. But basically, yeah, you know, he was that secret guy was quick enough. I have to hand it to him, but at the same time, he was struggling to get past me in the straights. He was definitely quicker in the corners. So I feel like I've been robbed of a win. But look, at the end of the day, it's still P2. Congratulations to James. Obviously, other people's misfortune, and it's kind of bittersweet at the same time. But yeah, look, it is what it is. I appreciate he let me back through. It's kind of good sportsmanship, but yeah, end of the day, I'm still a bit annoyed because it's my first league race around there as well, so I was kind of happy to be up in first. Had a good start and obviously had a good qualifying, and obviously 0.02 of a second is so minute. I definitely could have had pole if I went a bit quicker into a few corners, but sure, look, I'm sitting in P2, so I can't be too angry about it. But yeah, I still do feel like I was robbed of a win, to be fair. But yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned to me that you were actually running a dry setup
Yes.
throughout the whole race. I couldn't really see that because for the most of the wet stint, you were pulling away from Jamie James behind you. It was only when Gila came up after overtaking that you kind of slowed down a little bit. Of course, you were fighting him, which allowed Jamie to catch back up. But you did really well on that dry setup there. It was actually quite impressive to see. Were you struggling with that at all?
I suppose mid-corner and exit I was struggling a little bit. Not really, the car wasn't biting as much as I want, but initial kind of braking into corner, I like understeery kind of in the wet. So in the first kind of two sectors I was quicker, and then the chicane after Acqua Minerale, whatever it's called, I was struggling there a bit. But then the last two corners, I would get very good exits, and I'd gain 0.2 every time on James and Gilly. So, look, I knew where I was quick today. I felt like I was quicker than James for sure. Obviously, that secret lad was quick enough now, so don't know if it's a thing he didn't spin me, and if it was me and him down to the wire in the dry, could have been a different story. He probably would have won. Seemed quicker, but he probably had more downforce, so maybe I could have edged it, but you never know. You never know. There's so many different possibilities in F1. And look, I'm annoyed. It wouldn't be natural if I wasn't annoyed. But look, it is what it is in P2 at the end of the day. First league race in 4 weeks, whatever it is. So pretty happy with that.
Yeah, congratulations on the P2.
Thanks, bud. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So James, you did a very good race. You, the top three, just seemed to have just so much more pace than the rest of the field. How hard would you say it was to keep up with the rest of them?
Extremely. Like Con said, the secret guy, I felt like I was holding him up at the first part, and with Con, the time kept ebbing and flowing, so I was sort of stuck, and then I kept making a couple of mistakes, and then obviously that's when the secret got passed, and then he pulled away up to Con, and I was just like, if I can keep just within 3-4 seconds of him by the time it goes dry, I know that I was relatively quick in the dry, so I thought if I kept with them, and fortunately for me, obviously unfortunately for Con, and Secret, they came together on turn 3, which obviously allowed me past, and I think Secret got damage, and then obviously it was just a case of trying to hold off Con at the end, which I was able to do with a lot of ERS work, trust me.
Yeah.
But no, they both of them brilliant and pushed me all the way. So I feel like I know what Con's saying. Con did deserve that win. I feel like he said, Secret was quick, but I think probably would have pulled him off. But like I said, unfortunately, that is racing, and somebody has to win, somebody has to lose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we saw in the wet like one overtake, which I think wasn't you. Yeah, I was like, is he going to do it again? I said, I don't know. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. But you just like, after you got overtaken, you were like, how did he do that? And then, did you think that you could get him back?
In the wet, no. I think, like I said, I felt like I was holding Secret up in the wet, and then obviously it proved me right because when he went past, he floated into the distance. And yeah, like I said, it was just as long as I kept within reach, I there's always something that couldn't go wrong, and hopefully I could benefit from it, and it did. But yeah, no, them two, I think, had a bit more pace than me.
Yeah. So,
overall.
did you think the switch to dries was like? Did you think you picked the right lap, or did you think it was just never going to come?
Yeah, no, I knew it was coming because the Jeff. Well, obviously you can't believe Jeff all the time, but yeah, Jeff kept telling me it was going to dry up, and then to be honest, with Con and Secret as we were battling, the laps just flew by. I don't know about them two, but I just went, and I realised there was like 6 laps to go when the dries came. I probably could have pitted the lap earlier because I think DRS was enabled just as I got to turn 1. And what's name Secret proved that because I think he went quick as we came out of the pits, me and Con. But no, happy with what I did, and yeah.
Well done on the win.
Thank you.
We've got Britain next week. How do you feel?
Home race, so yeah, I don't mind the track. Not a massive fan, just not that quick around it, but yeah, nice flowing track if you get the test right. So, and to be honest, it's Britain in January, so I'm expecting rain. So anything can happen.
You obviously race in EU3, I suppose. Do you think that you will race in EU2? And if you do you think that you'll get on the podium again?
Honestly, that I just Imola's one because ever since it was added, I've pretty much sweated it. I'll admit to that. And in other EU2 appearances, I've not done particularly well. So maybe this is just a one-off, but hopefully, you never know. If there's space to reserve, I can give it another shot.
Yeah. Well, congrats on the win. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
I'll let you finish the stream up. We're in a wrap.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching EU2 Season 8, Round 19 of the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. We thank you for watching, and make sure to tune in next time. And the next race is, let me just check that for you quickly.
It is Britain.
It is Britain. The next race is Silverstone, and make sure you tune in next time. Have a good night.
Cheers.